find me on my business page. Let's see if we can find me. Let's see if I am live. There I am. I'm going to share it to, hi Patricia. I'm gonna share us through, hi Linda. I'm gonna share this really quick into my Create group. How's everyone doing today? Is everyone having a good Tuesday so far? Hi Michelle, welcome, welcome. Cute scarecrow. All right, shared into the Create group. Posting, okay, let's get this out of our way. So I have room on my work table. And did you guys see how my little pumpkins from last night turned out? Hi Janice, how are you? I'm doing good, Linda. Oh, you have a show coming up? When's your show, Michelle? Is it coming up soon? 'Tis the season. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for sprinkling. Is your show coming up soon? I know it's that time of year when we're gonna start seeing lots of craft shows and vendor events popping up, and I'm so excited because I love to go to handmade vendor events and shop and get cute things. Thank you, Miss Linda. Thank you so much for sprinkling. So this is the little cutie pie that I made on my live last night. I actually made 2 of them, and those of you that were on live with me kind of helped me with the design. Placing things. Hi, Miss Peggy. How are you today? This weekend. Oh, nice. Michelle, remind me where you are. What state you're in. I know they're going to be starting up here in my area soon too, and I can't wait to go. I just love shopping all the handmade vendor events. So here's how the little cutie pie from last night turned out. Oh, nice. All handmade. I love that. I love it. I hate when they do the events and they mix handmade in with like purchased, like wholesale stuff. I like to go to a vendor event when it's like all handmade. Ohio. That's what I thought, Michelle. That's what I thought. So here's how our cutie from last night turned out. We made the little flower, and we decided to put it on the bottom because one of my little mini cake plates actually had a chip in it. So I glued the flower right over the chip, and you'll never know there was a tiny chip there. I tried to be careful, and I did look at all of them when I was buying them at the Hobby Lobby, but I must have missed the little chip. And then we added some of the new, hi Tracy, welcome. We added some of the new cute little foam beads that I just got and posted into my shop. I think I have 6 different colors. These, the blue, I think I called them blue raspberry, and the bubblegum ones are my 2 favorite. Of course, you guys know I'm aqua and pink everything. They're my 2 favorites, but they're really fun to add and to any little areas that you need to hide a little crack or add a little accent. Oh, I would love to see your live this weekend, Michelle. That sounds like a plan. Yep, I would love to see your live. And I would love to see all your beautiful creations too. Yeah, so, and these are larger foam beads than the teeny tiny mini ones that I used a couple of weeks ago on this little Hobby Lobby inspired little Prezi. And the little teeny tiny ones can be tricky because they get very staticky. These larger ones don't seem to get very staticky. And someone told me a trick to just put a dryer sheet in your little containers where you keep your foam beads, and it cuts down on the static. Crafty ma'am, that's right, that's right, that's right. I just call you ma'am all the time, and you think I'm just a proper Southern girl. I call everyone ma'am. I am a proper Southern girl, but it's always good to put our real names with our, people know me as Paper Sweeties, but those who follow me regularly and my closer friends know that, of course, I'm Debbie. Aren't the foam beads pretty? Yeah, and I love this little bit larger size. And then we added the starfish I got from the Dollar Tree. And then we added a little bit of coral I made out of the foam clay. And then after my live, I sprinkled it with some of the floral glitter, that larger, like crushed glass floral glitter. It's so sparkly and pretty. I added a few rhinestones. And then, of course, we made the little twirly up top with white chenille stem. And then I added some of the silver crushed glass rocks from Paper Sweeties. Hi, Deirdre. Welcome. Welcome. So that's the little guy that I made last night. And I made 2 of them. And I love, love, love how they turned out. So sweet. It's the perfect size to put like on a tiered tray, or a little shelf you might have where you just need just a tiny little something. So I made 2 of them. I'm gonna post them to my shop, hopefully sometime today. But if you love it and you're interested in one, I only have 2, so just private message me. And this is my last little pink pumpkin we're gonna try to use today. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy any more pink pumpkins, so, but I love this one. I love how it turned out. Let's put him over here next to the Pink-a-Wing cake. I think they'll be good friends. Super cute together. Super cute together. All right, so for today, rhinestone rope. The little twirly up top. Is that what you mean, Michelle? Yeah. I just took a little chenille stem and wrapped it around one of my brushes, one of my shading brushes, and then pulled it off and then added some tacky glue to it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not every day, but mostly in the summer, dressed in my beachy colors. And this is my favorite color combo, the pink and the aqua. I just love them. The twirl, yeah. That would be cute with glittered rope too. The only thing is you would probably have to insert the wire inside the inner tube in order to twist it and get your spiral. But that is a great idea. I might have to try that sometime. Okay, so for today, you guys know I'm not really a big fall person. I love fall time of year for all the fall things, but I don't really decorate a lot for fall. I kind of go right from summer to, I transition right into Christmas. I'm not really a big fall decorating person. I think because I don't gravitate to the fall colors, the oranges and the rusts and the browns and the eggplant purples. I'm more of a hot pink, aqua, tangerine, bright. So when I saw these pink pumpkins on Amazon, I knew I had to get them. But I did see a cute idea. Hi, Lilith. Welcome. Welcome. I just showed how the little pumpkins turned out from last night's live, and I'm brainstorming, muddling over an idea. I saw one of the wood kit companies that I buy some of my wood stuff from. You guys know I paint the wood kits too. I have the cute farm trucks with all the inserts in my shop. One of the wood kit companies had a cute idea made out of wood. It was a pumpkin larger than this, and it was the body, and then a scarecrow head, and the arms. It didn't have any legs or feet. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put legs or feet on mine. And then in the middle, it had wood wording, if I only had a brain, which was super cute. No worries, hon. Yeah, just concentrate on the road, and don't worry about commenting. Thank you for hopping on, though. So I thought that was a cute idea, and I thought I could transition it into with this last little pink pumpkin that I have. And I like the shape of this one. It's not quite as round as those others. It's a little bit more fat. It looks cute, like a little scarecrow body might. So hi Stephanie, welcome. So I have the idea in my head, and I grabbed a few things. But I'm on the struggle bus. I know how I want it to look. I'm just not sure how I want it to look, and how it actually will come out looking will be the same. I don't know. So we're gonna give it a try. And we'll just see what happens. And we'll talk and talk about crafts and craft shows and all of the fun things. And just create. Sometimes when you don't have a plan is when things come out super adorable. But I'm a very organized A-type personality person, and I always like to have, hi Marissa, welcome. Oh, thank you. I decided it's not hot and sticky out today. You guys know me. My hair is always up because I can't stand it down on my neck, especially when it's hot and sticky out. And it's not hot and sticky out today. So, you'll see me put it down a little bit more often on the non-humid sticky days. And then too, plus I'm lazy and it's just easy to put it up. Just pop it up in the morning and then I don't have to mess with it. So I'm gonna take the stem off because we have to put his head here. But you guys, don't throw stuff like this out. I save everything. I'm such a crafty pack rat. I might could use this for something on down the line. I might be making something and I might say, oh, I wish I had that little stem from those pink pumpkins. So I will save that. I'll put it in one of my little buckets for future use. Maybe. I mean, I can make a foam clay pumpkin and use this as the stem. But we had to take it off because we're going to add a head to him. So I'll just stick it on the floor for now. It's a set of 7 pink pumpkins I got off of Amazon, and they had all different sizes, and they were, they were nice, manageable. They weren't huge, and there was several of the small size, and then in that beachy one I made last Friday with the Spanglish Amigas, those larger sizes. Okay, so that's gonna be his body, and we're gonna keep it pink, so I don't have to do anything to that. So then I kind of was thinking, scarecrows kind of have longer, not round, because I grabbed some of my styrofoam balls from the Dollar Tree. And when I was kind of grabbing my supplies, and that didn't scream pumpkin head to me, or scarecrow head, and that one was way too small. So I kiboshed the round styrofoam balls, and I went into my stash in the garage where I have bits and pieces of things that I've cut off. Like this was, it does match my shirt, doesn't it? I save everything. And this was a styrofoam cone from the Dollar Tree. And I think I cut the tops off when I was making my ice cream cones for my Christmas garlands. So you see where, and I cut the top off further because I didn't want his head to be pointy. But I think that's from that. Cut a portion of the styrofoam cone. Or, hi Deb, how are you? So, scarecrows in my mind, have a little bit thinner, pointier heads. Not pointy, but not round. And to conserve, you guys know, to conserve foam clay, because it's not the cheapest, I do try to, when I can, use styrofoam as a base. So I'm not using so much foam clay. So we'll start with that. And then I have this little piece that I thought would work good for a portion of the top of his hat. So let's start with his head. That's a good starting point, right? What color do I want to use? I don't think I want a mocha or a gingerbread. I think I just want, what's this? Mocha. I think because it's going on a pink base, I want to leave his face lighter. I don't think a brown or a mocha, definitely not gingerbread or any of those. I think I want to keep it a little bit lighter. Hi, Alma, welcome. I'm sorry, you guys, these bags are so loud. I try to keep it down away from the microphone on the camera, so it's not so bad, but they're still loud. They probably have to make these foam clay bags in the material that they make them in to keep the clay nice and moist. But I'm wondering why they couldn't make them in like the material that like Ziploc bags are made from, because maybe they're not as sturdy. Ziploc bags, you could still zip them to keep them moist in, but they're not as noisy. Oh well, that's over my pay grade. I can't. All right, so I think I'm gonna condition it. This is the pale skin. This is the pale skin color, the pink. In my shop, Melissa's TCT clay, it's called pale skin. Hi Jan, how are you? Oh my gosh, can I just say I love everything that you make. And you make everything look so easy and so quick and so doable. Oh my gosh, I watch every single one of your little videos that you share in our Marketplace share group. So adorable. The stained glass snowflakes you shared yesterday. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So pretty. I just love them to pieces. And I think, hi Miss Joy, how are you, sweet girl? Hi Felicia, how are you? Welcome, all my crafty friends are joining. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, you made a cute little hot cocoa mug. You made a cute little hot cocoa mug, I think with marshmallows. Oh, so cute, so cute. I love all things hot cocoa with marshmallows and cute little peppermint sticks. So I'm a little bit on the struggle bus today. I'm gonna be making a scarecrow and using this pink plastic pumpkin as his body. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Do you, yes, Michelle, she is. Jan, what do you do with them? Do you have a little mini tree? Hi, Miss Nikki, how are you? Jan, do you have a little mini tree that you put those stained glass snowflakes on to display them in your house somewhere? I mean, that would be so super pretty on a little like foyer table or in your kitchen somewhere. That would be so pretty, I feel. Everything you make is just adorable though. I love everything you make. So many talented crafters. And I love following and watching all of my crafty friends. All right. I don't know, guys. I might just talk all day and not craft. I don't know. You could tell I don't have a clear plan in my head. Because if I did, I would be getting right to it. And I'm talking and procrastinating. Not like last night. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with those little baby pumpkins. I knew. Hanging out. Oh, you sell a lot? Nice, nice, very nice. Do you have a website or do you just have people message you? Like in case I wanted to buy something. Just in case. Note to self for future entertainment. Best day ever. Yes. Yes. Well, that's so fun that you're putting the finishing touches on your craft show for this weekend. I wish you much success, and I hope you'll be so busy that you don't have time. Hi, Sam. How's my Sam today? I hope you'll be so busy that you won't have time to go live, but maybe in a little lull time. Usually when I do my shows, they're usually busy from when they open in the morning, and then usually like 1 o'clock in the afternoon we'll get a lull because everyone's having lunch, and they're so cute because we watch the girls when my friend Joyce and I go and do the Paper Sweetie shows. They'll be sitting around the table having their lunch, and everyone's opening their bags and doing show and tell. Look what I got this, I guess, and did you see this? And oh my God, no, I gotta go back and get that. And it's so adorable. Mommy Ginger. Oh, so cute. I'm gonna have to go and find it and see it. Nice. So cute. I love anything ginger. Gingerbread, gingers. My mother-in-law collects them, so it's always fun to shop for her. And I know exactly what to get her. Some air pockets. I'm just trying to poke out. And then this is the smooth styrofoam, so I will have to add just a little bit of glue to it to get it to stick. All right, I don't want to roll this too thin because I don't want to poke any holes in it as I'm trying to get it around that styrofoam. And then the styrofoam, I didn't even take the time, you guys, to oh, that one, Michelle, got you. Yeah, I saw Ginger showed hers yesterday. That cute, on the metal wreath form, and then they put that gauze material around and did the eyes, and it either had a bow or Ginger said she was going to add a bow to her. Yeah, yeah, I saw Ginger last night showing hers. Super cute, super adorable. Super cute. I'm waiting. I think tonight is going to be the night finally where Ginger's going to go on. I messaged her earlier and she said she was going to go on tonight and finish the gingerbread bucket tree stand that she started making. I do little mini Christmas trees for each of my granddaughters, their first Christmas. So when Hazel was born, I did a little mini Christmas tree for her in like Rudolph theme. And then when Evelyn was born, I did a little mini Christmas tree for her in what was it? Peppermint candies, maybe? And then this year I had my little Brooke was born in May. So this will be her first Christmas. And I already got the tree. I got her a pink one. And I'm gonna do a Candyland, of course. And it's that same size that Ginger showed hers was. Oh, yeah. That's what I loved, Michelle, because I love to use trash to treasure things on my projects. And I love that I can use one of my buckets. I have a lot of Model Magic buckets. And I think, I didn't test it with my tree yet, but I think it's going to be the perfect size for the little tree that I got for my granddaughter, Brooke. So they'll each have one. My son Justin has Hazel and Evelyn, and then my son Brandon has little baby Brooke. And then I just found out 2 weekends ago, my son Justin that has the two, they're expecting again. So Mimi will have to make another tree next year for the new baby, which is fun. I love doing it. So, all right, I'm gonna use some of my regular Aleene's tacky glue to just put a little bit of it on my styrofoam, my wonky styrofoam cone that I didn't level off, but it'll work. We'll just fill it in. Thank you, Alma. Thank you. Yeah, these kids of mine, they just keep popping out these babies. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm Mimi 3 times over already, and number 4 on the way. I don't feel like a grandma most days, but I guess I am. I'm going to my oldest son's next week to help with the baby. He works from home. He's still on paternity leave right now. And he has a dentist appointment, and he doesn't want to have to drag the baby. She's 3 months old now. I don't blame him. So I'm going to take one for the team and go there, babysit. I get to get my Mimi snuggle on and just hold her and snuggle her and cuddle her and feed her. And she's getting really cute. She's 3 months. Let's see, May, June, July. Oh, she's about to turn 4 months. What's today? On the 15th, she'll be 4 months old. So she's just now starting to like coo and verbalize and make cute little sounds. And when you look at her, she'll smile. And yeah, I love making things for my little grands too. Mine, hi Joan, welcome. Mine are still pretty young. So I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. There's probably an easier way to do this. I mean, by covering the styrofoam piece saves clay, but it's definitely harder to do than just using a piece of clay to make the head with. But I'm a cheapskate, and I don't like to waste clay. Hi Cindy, how are you? I don't like to waste clay if I don't have to. So if I have a piece of styrofoam that I can use to cover it, and I might have just cut too much off talking and not paying attention, but it'll all work out. It'll all work. It's only clay. But yeah, I love making stuff for the little grands, and I mean, mine are pretty young yet. Hazel is 3. Evelyn, it will be 2 in October. And of course, Brooke is just about to be 4 months old. So Hazel is just starting to get to the age where she can appreciate maybe something that I would make for her. Like when each of them turned 1, when Hazel and Evelyn turned 1, Mimi made them their own handmade Afghans. And Hazel I made in a puppy theme because my son and daughter-in-law love dogs. And it came out really cute. And then when Evelyn turned 1, Mimi made her own Afghan with their names on them. And hers was a Goldilocks and the Three Bears theme, and it came out so adorable. All right, I'm just gonna push this in on itself, and I'm gonna have to smooth it out because I can't be messing with this, you guys. I don't have the patience. Like I said, it would have been so much easier to just make the head out of just all clay. I'm being cheap, trying to save some clay. Save the clay. Hashtag save the clay. And if you have a little piece of styrofoam in your stash, that's a great thing to use and try to save you some clay. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, I'm just gonna cut this bulk off of the bottom because I'm gonna have to really play with this to get the wrinkles out, and it's gonna move up. It's gonna move up, so. Yeah, how about you guys? Anyone watching have little grands yet? People told me, and I did not know until I became a Mimi, that becoming a grandparent is the best thing. I mean, becoming a parent is the best thing, but the next best thing is becoming a grandparent because you truly get all of the love and none of the responsibility. So I can spoil them and play with them and love on them, and I'm not responsible for their everything. And Mimi does spoil them. And of course, too, I feel like my husband and I, and you guys can relate, we're in completely different positions. Let me pop this back in the bag. We're in completely different positions now, financially, as grandparents than we were, sorry guys, when we became parents. So, you know, every time I go to the kids, I'm buying this, that, and the other. I'm bringing wipes, I'm bringing packs of diapers, I'm bringing outfits. The last time I was there, I went shopping to get groceries, and I stopped to Ross, and I came home with a baby bath because Brooke will be transitioning soon enough out of the infant tub into, I got her the kind that you could sit them in. It's like the ring with the suction cups, and you can sit them in. And she'll be able to sit up on her own soon enough. Hi, Rosabella, welcome. So, yeah, you know, when we had our babies, we were just doing the grind, trying to get through. Mama's job doesn't ever stop. Yeah, when I'm there, I cook. I do crock pot things, and then I put them in containers and stack them in their freezer for them so they'll have meals for after when I'm gone. You know, all of the things. Hi, Dewey. How are you? I'm talking about my kids and my grandkids while I'm trying to make a cute little scarecrow to put out. I had one more little pink pumpkin left, and I saw a cute idea in one of my wood, where I get my wood kits from, and I'm trying to make a spin-off of that. Yeah, Mama's job is never done. It just changes over the years. It changes. And I wouldn't trade all of my years bringing my kids up for anything in the world, but it does get easier when they get married and they're out on their own, doing their own thing. It does get easier because you don't have that deep Oh, 9. Nice. How many girls? How many boys? I have 3 so far, 3 little granddaughters, and number 4 is on the way. And she's just pregnant, so they haven't found out yet, but she said she does want to find out because they have 2 little girls, and my son would really like a boy, so they're kind of hoping that. Oh, so sweet, Jan. So sweet. Gingies, I love it. See, that's how my mother-in-law is. She loves anything gingy. So anything that I make with a gingy, she just loves. As a matter of fact, when she visited us in April, can you guys see that gingy over my shoulder? Right there. The blue box with the gingy sitting on top, holding the lollipop in front of the Santa. 27 is 7. Wow. 5 boys and 4 girls. Oh, so sweet. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. So I made that in April when she was here, and she loved it so much that I had to make her one. I made that was one of those sets of 3 boxes that nest, and that was the largest. So I made her the next smallest size, and she just loves it. She has it on her kitchen table. She collects gingies, like I said, and she keeps them out all year. She doesn't ever put them away. Like, she has her gingerbread dishes, and she uses them as her everyday. 7. 6 boys and 1 girl. Oh, the princess. 1 girl, the princess. So sweet. Well, I ended up getting, because you saw I had a good amount of clay to fold over. I ended up getting a little wrinkle here that I'm not mad about, because I feel like as the clay settles and dries and puffs up, that will go away. And then a bigger one here where I had a big chunk, and I'm trying to use oil, Shelby's trick that she showed us to smooth it out. And it got a little bit better, but not all the way. And I think I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because I'll just put that to the back. I'll put that to the back of the little scarecrow. And there's one there, but that will be covered with his hat. So I'm not too mad about that one either. Yeah, grandkids are 2 girls and 2 boys, 22, 17, 11, and 7. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. Yeah, mine are 3, 1.5, 4 months, and on the way. Not yet born. They just called me 2 weekends ago. They just here in August for my husband and my birthdays. Hi, Brenda, welcome. And I bet they were pregnant then, but they either didn't know, because they've been trying. They maybe didn't know, or it was too early to take a test. But I bet you any money they were, because that was just 3 weeks ago that they were here for my 60th birthday and my husband's 62nd birthday. So I bet they knew, but they did call me 2 weekends ago. All right, I'm just gonna leave that because I'm just gonna leave it. I think everything else is good though, for the little head. And see, to me that looks more like a scarecrow head. It's a little blocky at the top, but we're gonna add a hat, so I think it'll be fine. I'll sit it over here on my parchment paper. Yeah, they might have suspected because they were trying. So they might have suspected. All right, so then I wanted to make like a little collar. So the head is just not on top. And then I wanted to do arms like sticking straight out. Like a scarecrow, you know, in a cornfield would have its arms sticking straight out. So what I thought I would do, I have one of these wood skewers from the baking section at Hobby Lobby. And I thought I would make his arms with that. All right, so I've seen this done before. Couple of people, where you just roll a thick chunky worm and then you put your dowel inside that. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. And again, guys, I apologize for the noisy bag. Wish they could make the bags less noisy, like the Ziploc bags. I feel like they would work the same. They could maybe make them in a stronger gauge plastic. Who knows? But I have seen where people roll out a worm and then put a dowel or a skewer inside it to cover it for different design applications. So I thought that that would give us stability inside. Otherwise, you could roll out a worm and leave it set overnight and let it dry really good if you didn't want to do a dowel inside. And then go ahead and put your pieces together after all your elements are dry. But on a live, it's a little bit hard to show you how to make it and then assemble. Yeah, I bet they would. The freezing bags, because they're a little bit stronger plastic. Hi, Paulette, welcome. That's a great idea, actually, Alma. I might have to get me some of those from the store and transfer my clay out of the bags, because that is my pet peeve. Not so much when I'm in here by myself, but when I'm on a live. And I know, Nikki, you put yours in the little tubs, which is a great idea. But I just don't have, I have all my clay on a rolling cart and I roll it into my closet to get it out of my way, like if I'm having company or something. And I just like it all there, and I wouldn't have room to have my bags and containers. So that's the only reason I don't do that. And I just like to keep it all together, so. But I love that idea of the containers, because you're not hearing all that noise. Oh my God. But Alma, I might try the freezer bags. I love that little suggestion. All right, I'm gonna have to stand up because I'm a shorty short. And yeah, then I have a cute idea for the flower. For the sample I saw had a sunflower. But I thought it might be cute, because you know I do everything beachy, to make a little starfish and use the little waffle for the center. And then I grabbed this is the one that I've been using the past couple projects with the little white coral that I put on my projects. I thought that would be cute, maybe if there's room to add a little piece of the coral. We'll see. We'll see. And I've never done this technique. Nikki, have you done it where you roll a worm and then you put your dowel? I might have learned it from you. You might have showed us how to do that, because you are so creative and you have so many great tips and tricks. I know I saw it somewhere, but I watched so many people and so many lives. Now that I'm thinking, Nikki, I might have learned it from you. This is way too much clay, you guys. I don't know why I grabbed such a big piece. Crazy. Crazy. See, I get talking and I lose track. I might have learned it from you, Nikki. I want to say, one of your recent, like, Halloween things, you might have, or fall things, you might have done this. I don't know. It's so hard to juggle all the balls, you guys. It's so hard to remember and juggle all the balls. I have, yes, fat round with clay and then poke a hole through. So you don't roll a worm out and then poke it in. Make a fat round with clay and then poke a hole through. So do you insert it in this way? Where I've seen it is they make a worm like this and then they just kind of embed the dowel inside it and then roll it again around it. And then that, I feel like that'll give me my stability so my scarecrow will have his arms out like that. And I don't want to make this too fat because the pumpkin is teeny tiny, so I want to make it not too fat. But you have to keep it a little fat. I remember whoever I saw doing it this way, you have to keep it a little fat in order to get your dowel in and then keep rolling it. So we're just gonna go for it, guys. I'm gonna cut this pointy end off because I don't want that to poke out accidentally. All right, can you guys, no, I'm not in camera view. Well, dang, you guys. Y'all need to yell at me. There, is that better? All right, so here goes. I mean, I have never done this before, you guys, so we're gonna learn it together. I'm poking that in there, okay? And then I'm gonna cut this extra off, say a prayer. Oh, yeah, donuts. Yeah, poke a hole in the middle. Yeah, donuts. Okay, good. All right, so I rolled the fat worm and then stuck my dowel in there. Now I'm gonna kind of bring it around it. And then, if I'm remembering correctly, whoever taught me this, thank you. Thank you. It might have been Shelby. It might have been Nikki. Oh, fabric. Yeah. I used to, back in the day, I think you guys know, because on one of my recent lives, I told my whole saga, my business history. I used to, back in the day, sew. I would make the American Girl doll clothes, and I sold them at local consignment stores, and I did that for about 5 years. The little doll outfits, and then I would make the little outfits in the matching doll outfit. Oh my God, my moms that had little girls and would buy my stuff would go gaga over all of it. All right, now I'm playing with this so much that I am getting some of the ugly texturing. Hi, Maria, welcome. But you guys know I'm worm challenged, and that's Baylee. I don't know, she's been, I think it's so nice out today that our next door neighbors let their German Shepherd out in their fenced yard because it's just beautiful here today. And the dog is out barking at things, and she's making my dog bark. But you guys know that I'm worm rolling challenged. And I tend to get the texturing no matter what I do. How quick I go, if I use oil or water, I do. So I just add glitter. And cover it up. I'm gonna cut a little bit off of either end because I know that wood dowel is not as long as this rolled out to be. Yeah, I like making small things too. I'm not really a big a big fake baker. I like making everything mini. First off, I don't have room to put it. Second off, when I sell them, it's harder to ship larger things and more expensive. And third, I just like making teeny tiny, small. I mean, I make some big things, but most everything I make is small. And the neat thing about fake baking is you can change it for whatever your need is. If you want to make it larger, if you see a design and you love it and you want to make it larger, you can make it larger. If you want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller. That's the neat thing about fake baking. All right, I'm going to add a little oil to my hands and roll this just a couple more times. And see if I can roll out some of the texturing. And then I do have the line where we shoved that dowel in there, but I'll put that pointing towards the bottom so you won't see it. And I feel like for what I want with my scarecrow with his arms straight out, oh, I just had an idea. It'd be really cute to make like a little bird, like a little crow sitting on one of his shoulders. Cute. It just popped in my head. You guys might have already thought, but it just popped in my head. So cute, you guys. So cute. So his arms are gonna stick straight out. I'm not gonna glue it right now. I'm gonna set it to the side and let it form a skin. Even though that dowel's in there, I don't want to take a chance of it drooping at all. It would be perfect, right? Now I have to think how to make a crow. Oh my God. All right, so next would be a little collar, and I don't want to do the collar in blue because his sleeves and his hat's going to be blue. His body is pink. So what color do we want his little collar? What color do we want his little collar? How about green? How about green? Let's do green. Because the flower I'm gonna do in like an orangey color, a mandarin orangey color. Yeah, I definitely would have to make a little crow now, because now that I said it, I want it. I mean, I don't know, you guys. This, I don't know. This might not get done today. This might be a couple-day project. All right, I'm gonna make this really quick, and then we're gonna go back to the head and do the eyes and the nose, okay? A bird cookie cutter. Super cute. I don't have one. I think I think I can make a bird because it's gonna be small on just one of his little arms. And I'll probably do it in black. So I'll just make a little bird body, like a teardrop-ish shape, and a little head and a little beak. I think I can do that. I think I could do that. All right, so for his collar, I was thinking I would roll a circle, cut out a circle out of a cookie cutter. And I want to leave it kind of thick, you guys, because again, I don't want it to droop. I don't want it to droop. So what size circle? And at first, I was thinking I was gonna cut like a flower shape, so it'd be a scalloped cute. But then I was on the sample, it kind of was jagged. So, what size circle do we want to cut for his collar. This one has pink clay on it. I must have used it with pink last time. All right, let's just try this one. And if this one is not the right size, we can do it again, I guess. Let's try this one. So his arms are gonna be here. And then his collar is gonna be right under his head. I feel like that's too small. I feel like it needs to be the next size up. But that one looks so big. See what happens when, does this happen to any of you guys? When you don't have a 100% clear cut idea, when you're just trying things? Oh, here's my postal lady, and my driveway is 2 cars wide, and she pulled in coming in hot and ran over my grass. So there's that. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is Happy Mail from my Ginger. This is Happy Mail from, I have to see the size of the box that she's gonna throw on my front porch right now. Did you hear it? Did you guys hear it? The dog heard it. She literally just threw the box on my porch. I feel bad. Her job is so hard. I feel bad. I feel bad. I mean, see? That's what I was talking about with Lydia last night when she bought that rainbow ginger milkshake from me. I packed it so good, and then I said a prayer because I know how the post office treats these boxes. They literally throw them. And that was outside on my front porch. My windows are closed, and y'all heard it. And the dog was laying in the family room in the back of our house, and she heard it. Oh my God. Crazy. Yeah, see, Alma, yeah. See, yeah, Sam, right? Mm-hmm. Cuckoo crazy. Cuckoo crazy. I mean, I'm surprised she just doesn't, like, drive by and slow down and just throw it on the driveway. I mean, there is no reason in the world for her to roll up over our grass. Our driveway is 2 cars wide. There's no one driving down my road right now. There's no reason. She just was coming in hot and cut it too close and then decided to get my package and just throw it on my front porch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think she gets all hot and bothered because we have one of those central post office things. We don't have a mailbox in front of our house. So we have a little post office I was going to say room. It's a building. It's cute in the middle of our neighborhood. And then you go inside and then there's all the little mailboxes and we have a key and open our mailbox up. And then if it's too big to fit in the slot that's like letter size, then they'll leave you a key for a larger locker down below. And then if it won't fit in that, she's got to drive over here and drop it. And I think she doesn't like driving to all the houses in the neighborhood to drop the boxes. So I think that's why she throws them. Yeah, they don't care if things are marked fragile. All right, so it's not just my girl. I thought my girl was like exceptionally angry. I don't know, you guys. All right, so I have seen this where, and do I want to use a star or do I want to use the tip of a leaf? Because I don't want to get the little rounded part. I only want, let's try the tip of a leaf. See, I grabbed a lot of stuff and I just threw, I'm afraid, Michelle, I'm afraid that if I reported her, then she would do even worse with our, because we had such a time of it when we were building our house. We were living in our tiny house just a couple neighborhoods over while we were building our house here. I know. I know that's their job. But we had purchased our lot a year before we started building our house. Well, I'm just gonna start, and if it doesn't come out, we'll do it again. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just really chatty today. We purchased our lot a year before we started building our house. Then we started building our house. We sold our other house, started building this house. We're living out of our tiny house here at the beach. And, oh, I think that's going to be good, you guys. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. So we owned the lot. So we could use our mailbox. We got our key. And is that too narrow? Maybe I did it too close. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. So we had our mail coming here because where our tiny house was, it's not for permanent living. So there was not mailboxes. We couldn't get mail there. So we're like, okay, no problem. Because we can get mail in our mailbox because we own our lot. So we were doing that for, it took 17 months for our house to get completed. And for 15 months, we were getting our mail here and coming over every day to check on the house and grab our mail. Check on the house and grab our mail. I mean, I'm sure we're not the only people in the world that have ever done anything like that. Well, we get a notification, and this is 15 months in that we've been getting our mail here for 15 months. And I guess some packages were trying to get delivered, and we got a notification. We can't leave a package, at your construction site. So I went to the post office and I spoke the post office general manager, whatever, and I said, not a problem, just leave me one of those orange postcards saying we tried to deliver a parcel and we couldn't, you need to come to the post office and pick it up. I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. I don't get, so I don't like this, you guys. I'm doing it too close. I don't like it. Sorry, I'm gonna start over. I want it almost looked like a sun, and I didn't want it to look like that. So she got all on us and said that it's illegal, that a new law was passed, and you can't have mail delivered if you're not permanently living there. And we said, well, wait a minute. We've had our mail being delivered there for the past 15 months and it hasn't been a problem, and now all of a sudden it's a problem and our house is going to be done like in the next 60 days. Yep, it's a problem. They gave us such a runaround. My husband had to go. He was there one day for 2 hours, like fighting with the postmaster general, telling her, show me in writing where it says that I can't have my mail delivered to a piece of property that I own and I pay taxes on, that has a universal collective mail drop-off spot. Show me in writing. And she's like, well, it's a new law that just passed and I can't put my hands on the documentation right now. And he's like, well, then it doesn't sound like we have a problem then. If you can't show me the documentation and prove it to me. And she just, and finally you know, he's like, I have the deed to the property. I have the contract of sale with the builder. I have my tax receipts. I have everything. And she just kept fighting with him. And finally, after 2 hours, she's like, well, you know, I can give you an extension for 60 days. And then after 60 days, we're going to shut off your mail. They were going to shut our mail off. My husband was like, you can fill in the blank. So, yeah. That was in September. He told her the house is going to be done. I mean, yeah, you would think so, but I mean, she was having, she was having a bad day, apparently. I don't know. And just wanted to give us a hard time after they had already been delivering it here for 15 months. And he kept saying that, but you've already been doing it. And she's like, well, it's a new law. It's a new law. And he's like, show me. And she's like, well, I can't put my hands on it right now. Anywho, we moved in. She gave us till the end of November. And of course, at the end, you know, everything was going haywire. I don't want these to be that close, you guys. I didn't like how it looked with them that close. So at the end with the construction, everything was going haywire, and our house took longer. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? All right, I'm not just gonna stress over it. I'm just gonna keep going. It's gonna look how it's gonna look. Hi, Sue, welcome. So anyways, we were supposed to move in September, and we didn't move in until October 29th. So, and she gave us until, no, we were supposed to move in September. We didn't move in until November 29th. And she gave us until November 30th until she was going to shut our mail off. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, you guys, but we're going to go with it. I wanted my points to be coming out, and they're going in. But I think it's still cute. It looks scarecrowy. Scarecrowy. So, yeah. So, I don't know if this is residual because of the fight that we put up during construction, and if she just hates us. I don't know. But, yeah. And then, of course, the last one came out really thin. We'll put that to the back. Do it freehand with a knife. Ah! I've seen some of our friends do this, like on Frankie collars, where it came out with the point going forward. And what am I doing backwards that my points are coming out the other way? It's fine. It looks scarecrowy. That's not the original look that I was going for, but it's fine. It's fine. It looks cute. I'm just fixing some of the little raggedy edges. And if any of you guys can think while we're on here, I mean, you see how the points are pointed in. I wanted the points to be pointing out. Probably, here's what it is. I just figured it out. Probably should have used a larger, either one of the stars or a larger, and spaced it out closer like I was doing in the beginning, because I feel like they came out pointier in the beginning. But that's okay. That looks scarecrowy. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Because We've been working on the coloring much too long. There's other things we need to get to. All right. So it looks scarecrowy, right? I mean, maybe it's cuter with it squared off like that for a scarecrow. All right, let's set that on the side and let's do his little face. How do we want his little face? So I'm gonna put that big wrinkle to the back for sure. And I grabbed some eyes. I thought some brown eyes would be cute on him. Oh, thank you, Linda. It looks scarecrow-y, right? I'm gonna have to fool around with that though and try to figure out how to get the points pointy, but not to make it look like a starburst. All right, what size eyes do we want to put on this little guy? Let's see, are these gonna be too big? Or are these gonna be the good size? These might be too big. Or they might be okay. What do you guys think? That size or that size? The larger or the smaller? We're gonna do a triangle nose. And then a big hat. I'm thinking maybe the larger ones. Yeah? I'm thinking the larger ones. Characters always look so cute when they have big, round, sweet, adorable eyes, I feel. All right, and we're gonna put a teeny tiny little bit of super glue, even though they're adhesive on the back, guys. Get my silicone mat out of the way, because you know if I didn't, you know what would happen. I would get super glue on it. Bring this over here. Characters, I feel, always look so cute with really big, cute, big eyes. So I'm gonna poke them in a little to get my placement. I think that looks cute. Sorry guys, I am shaky. If you see me shaky, I'm still on antibiotic and steroid for sinus infection after my little cold. I'm feeling better. But steroid, you know, can make you shaky. I gotta turn the fan on. Makes me hot too, but I'm hot all the time because I get hot flashes, so who knows? Who knows? All right, so I'm gonna poke them in just a little bit really quick so I get my placement, and then put a teeny tiny smidge of super glue, and then we'll poke them in deep, so as the clay dries and puffs up, it'll form around those eyes, not making them protrude up and like pop off his face. You want them pushed down a little bit. So let me get my ball tool. We'll come back and take the one eye. I want to make sure I put it the right way, because one of my recent gingies I made, I put the eye the wrong way. I put them on upside down. Crazy, crazy gingy. Crazy eyes. Cute, so cute, you guys. And then you've seen this trick. Hi, Deborah, welcome, welcome. You've seen me do this trick. Sorry, Adobe Illustrator was just asking me a question if I wanted to uninstall my, you've seen this trick where you take a little pokey tool of some kind. First, if they're big enough, I push them in with my fingers, and then you could take a little ball tool and just push them in a little bit more. You want to push them down when you're creating your character a pretty good amount, because as the clay dries and puffs, they'll puff up nice and the clay will form around the eye, and it won't. If you just leave them laying on top of the clay, as the clay dries and shrinks and puffs, it might make the eyes not embedded, if that makes sense, and they have a more likely chance of popping off. Yeah. Zebra, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so he's coming out cute. Okay, I think I got him pushed in good, if you guys can see that. See how they're kind of just pushed down in there a little. All right, so then I wanted to make his nose, and we're gonna do an orange triangle for his cute little scarecrow nose. And then I might draw his little, hi Linda, how are you? I might draw his little smile on with some black eyeliner, but I'm gonna wait until my clay dries. So if I draw it on and I don't like how it looks, I can wipe it off with a baby wipe. Wipe it off with a baby wipe. So we're making a little scarecrow with a pumpkin as a body. I want a little triangle nose, so I am going to use one of my star cookie cutters. And I think that'll cut out a perfect little triangle nose. Okay. Let's see, what size do we want? What size nose do we want for this cute little guy? I want him to have, I feel like a big, cute little nose. That's too big. I think it's gonna be this size. We'll try it. I'll leave this clay right here, even though I have my fan on. I'll try to be quick. Where's my little knife? I'll try to be quick about it because my fan is going to be drying my clay out. That's a cute little triangle nose, you guys. Star cookie cutter. Just want to even it out a little on the bottom. It was a little wonky on the bottom. Okay, let's see if we like it. Hi, Paula, how are you? Let's see if we like the size. Yes, you guys, yes, yes. All right, I'm going to put this away. Now, how easy was that? Why did our collar take an hour to make? Just kidding. How are you today, Paula? Welcome. All right, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of the super glue right where the nose is gonna go. And I'm gonna try to be careful and not get it on my silicone mat. I'll do it over here. Just a dot, just a little dot, tiny dot, and then we'll add his nose. Even though this clay is still somewhat wet, just for some extra insurance, you guys. Just for some extra insurance. How adorable. I love him with a big nose. I love him with a big nose. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. So that's a good thing. All right, guys, and then we want to give him some cute little cheeks, some little rosy cheeks. So I'll get my little colors and my little brush, and we'll give him some rosy cheeks. All right. Hot flash past. All right, and I'm gonna go into a couple of these pinks and give him some cute rosies. I like cute, big, rosy cheeks on my characters. Not that I make characters that often, but when I do, I think they're so sweet. Like in Paper Sweeties, my little paper doll stamps, that was always my thing. I always liked giving them sweet little rosy cheeks. How many on here are paper crafters? I feel like a lot of us just do it all of the crafts. Cute. He looks like a little scarecrow face now, doesn't he? And then, like I said, I thought I would draw a cute little squiggly mouth on him, but I'm gonna wait until he dries, okay? Because if you do make a boo-boo, you can wipe it off with a baby wipe. It's a cute little face, isn't it? A cute little face. His little body. His head kind of looks a little like a blockhead a little, but we're gonna give him a hat. We're gonna give him a hat. So we have his arms out straight like that. We got a dowel in the middle. We're gonna add it like that. And then his little raggedy, jaggedy collar. And then his head will go on top of that. We're gonna give him some hands. All right, so let's do his hat. We're gonna do it blue to match his shirt. And I have this little piece of styrofoam left over from another project. So I was just going to kind of loosely, I don't even know if I'm going to roll this out. I thought I would just loosely form it around this little chunk of styrofoam, put it on top of his head, make it be a little slouchy, and then make a brim, and then we'll add the flower, and then we could put the pieces together. So 1, 2, 3 more steps, and then we can glue them together. I love his face with his little cheekers. I love his face, and I love his big triangle nose. So cute. I don't do characters that often. Gingies are simple. I don't do characters that often. Pretty much the only character I've done is the Nutcracker right there. Pink-a-wing cake is covered, the cotton candy is covering him a little. Have you guys seen him? Let me grab him. He's super cute, and I'm very proud of him because he was my first real character, and I made this all from scratch. It's not one of those flocked Nutcracker forms. It's all made from scratch, and I was inspired because Nikki B in her Beyond Bakes group made a Nutcracker, and I loved her so much that I did mine very similar to hers. But see his cute little face and his big nose and his little rosy cheeks. He's probably the only character that I've done other than Gingies. I don't think Gingies are characters. They're Gingies. They're Gingies. All right, so I thought I would just kind of not really roll this out for the hat. The thing in my head, thank you, Jan. He's cute. I'm very proud of him. He took me quite a while. I'm not quick like you. I worked on him for about a week because I did what you're supposed to do. I created the different elements and I let them dry overnight before I, went on to the next. And I didn't really start assembling him until all the little parts and pieces were dry. So his hat, I wanted to be like wrinkly and slouchy. So my thinking was I wasn't going to roll this out because I didn't necessarily want it to look pristine, if that makes sense. I wanted it to look wrinkly and slouchy. So this shouldn't take a long time. I'm putting just a little bit of regular Aleene's tacky glue on my remnant piece of styrofoam because it is the smooth styrofoam and I want it to stick. So we'll see. Yep, you gotta let them dry. So we'll see. So in my head, I was just going to loosely, messily form this, and I'm leaving it really thick. Form this around this little chunk of styrofoam. We'll say a prayer. Hopefully it comes out. Welcome back, ma'am. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. And I think because in my head it's chunky and loose and blobbly, I think it'll come out fine. Hi Sarah, welcome. I think it'll come out fine. So, and again, I'm just being a little, I guess I don't want to use the word cheap, but I try to conserve clay wherever I can. Now it probably would have been way easier just to roll a clay teardrop and make the hat like that. But you saw by me putting that little piece of styrofoam in there, I'm gonna use just a tiny bit less clay. So it just, wherever I can save and conserve and pinch pennies, I try to do that. And if I could show you a way to save and conserve and pinch pennies, then my job is done. And I hope it helps. I hope it helps. Jan, do you do that? Do you form all your pieces like solely out of clay? Or do you try to use some recycled pieces in your projects? All right, and I don't want it to look elfish, so I don't really want it to be, pointy. Scarecrow hats are kind of slouchy. I'm trying to think of Wizard of Oz. His hat was kind of slouchy, and I'm kind of trying to flatten it out. Why, Linda? Why? Because I'm cheap? I mean, that's what we're all here for, right? To share ideas with one another. And, what I did for this is I used a remnant piece of styrofoam on the inside of this hat. And I'm just roughly wrapping it around the little piece of styrofoam. And my reasoning for that, just like the head that I did, is it helps me to conserve on my foam clay supplies. Even though I carry it in my shop, I still like to conserve on my clay because, it's not super expensive, but it's not super cheap. So wherever I can conserve a little on my clay and not use so much of it, that's what I do. So in the middle of his head, you saw I used that piece of remnant styrofoam. And same thing in his little hat. In the middle of his hat, I used the little remnant piece of styrofoam. So I didn't use as much clay. Leftovers all the time. Dare my hubby to touch them, right? I have my stash in the garage and I have to tell my husband all the time, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Don't throw it out. Those bags are my stash. Don't touch them. All right, I'm trying to get the base in a little because I feel like it was too wide. Our guy is little and I don't want his hat to be as big as his arms. So I'm trying to get the base shortened up a little bit. And then I want his hat to just be scrunching over a little. Still feel like it's big. I maybe started with too big of a piece of clay. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off and I'm gonna try to work it up into, so it's not as big on the bottom, if that makes sense. I don't want it to be overwhelming his sweet little head. But scarecrow hats are pretty, they're pretty big and floppy. Yeah. And I want this one to be like messy. I want it to be messy. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to look like stupid messy, but I want it to be like slouchy and messy and wrinkly. I don't know. My words are hard today, I guess, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is going to be too messy. Maybe I'm not going to like it. I don't know. I don't know. It felt like a good idea in my head. And of course, you know, guys, you know me. I'm going to go back and I'm going to zhuzh it up. It wouldn't be a Debbie project without sprinkles and glitter. So I'll add sprinkles. So if we have any areas that look super messy, like on this hat, I have a lot of wrinkles because I'm just forming it with my hands. Step away from the styrofoam. Put your hands up and step away from the styrofoam. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Debbie project if it didn't have sprinkles and glitter and all of the things on it. Right, you guys? I feel like it's still too big. His little head is so sweet and tiny. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I probably started out with too big of a piece of clay for this design. So we'll keep winging it, and I might have to rhinestone the entire hat when I'm done. Who knows? Who knows? Carly would love that. She would say, do it, just do it. I want it to be slouchy, so I'm trying to poke it in there so it would be slouchy. You see where I'm going with it. But I don't want it to look like an elf hat. I feel like scarecrow hats are a little bit pointier. This is really rough, you guys. This is really rough. This is not a Debbie. Usually my things have no wrinkles and they're pristine, but scarecrow. Yeah, the hat is really rough. He's definitely going to have some bling and some glitter and some stuff. Let's see. I'll put some little zhuzhes in him. I'm not happy with the hat. I'm happy with everything so far. I'm not happy with the hat. I don't know, maybe I'm being too critical, but it's not my typical, usually when I'm creating, my stuff is just really on point, and I work all the wrinkles out. And this one, put a few patches. Great idea. Love it. Love it. I just wanted the hat to look messy and slouchy, and it looks really messy. It looks really messy, but I mean, I'll zhuzh it up. I will give him some, he will have some bling. He will get all of the things. All of the things. All right, and then I was gonna add a brim. A little floppy, doppy kind of brim. I don't know. I don't know if I love the hat. I don't know. I have to say this is kind of the first time on a live that I've struggled. I'm struggling with this design, you guys. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm probably way overthinking it. Probably way overthinking it. And I kind of almost thought I wanted his hat to look a little like, straw-ish, even though the scarecrows have this straw coming out from under their hats. Maybe I'll like it better if I make some lines in it to make it look like it's supposed to be textured like that. Maybe I'm liking that better. I don't know. I might scrap the hat and do something else. I'm liking it better with the texture lines because it looks intentional. It looks intentional. Stoners, yes. 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 I love bling, and I add bling to all my projects, but I have to admit, I don't really like rhinestoning. It's to me, very tedious. Oh, see, I like that better with the marks to make it look textured. And that's a Shelby trick. I learned that from Queen Shelby. She adds texture to all of her. Yep, you guys, yep, now I'm liking it. Now I'm liking it. I just didn't like how it looked before. It looked messy, but not like intentional messy. It looked messy like a kindergartner did it. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that, especially if I'm going to put this for sale. I couldn't put my name on it if I didn't love it. This, to me, now looks intentional. And I still will zhuzh it. I still will add bling, but we gotta finish it. I feel like that looks a little better. I don't know. Hi, Sherry, welcome. Working on a little scarecrow. Working on a little scarecrow. All right, so then I thought I would roll a worm and make like a little kind of floppy brim for the hat. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I don't usually struggle so much with the design. But like I said, I just hopped on and I had an idea, like a flash of an idea in my head, and I wasn't so sure how I was gonna execute it and make it come out. I think he'll be cute in the end. I think he'll be cute. I think he'll be cute. A little bit not as chunky, a little bit less, because I feel like these elements I'm creating for this little scarecrow are so big that they are gonna overwhelm our cute little guy. We don't want to overwhelm our cute little guy. So I was thinking the brim would kind of go like that. So I want to cut this off here and then fix this end so it's not so abrupt. So it's a little more rounded. And I thought I would kind of leave it chunkier in the middle. So you see I'm applying pressure to the ends so it stays chunkier in the middle and the ends get a little yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. Done with the blue. All right, so I think we're gonna start putting our elements a little bit together. I still have to make the flower for on his little hat. And then I was gonna make some straw hair coming out, but I feel like we have to get the hat on the face first. And the flower and then the straw. Oh, and his hands, he needs hands. All right, so how do I wanna do this first? How do I wanna do this? I think we'll take the pumpkin and I think I want to put a dowel rod in there to secure everything to the dowel rod for just extra insurance, because I don't trust things to hold with just glue. Especially since this pumpkin base is plastic, you guys. It's not like it's a foam clay pumpkin. If it was a foam clay pumpkin, we could use the super glue and just stick it and it would be fine. But since the little pumpkin is plastic, we're gonna do this, because those of you that watched last night, me making that little pumpkin, I was having a hard time getting the plastic starfish to stick to the plastic pumpkin, and had to use E6000. I'm trying to formulate in my head how far I want to cut this off. If I want to just leave it in like that, and try to stick this through, I think that's what I'm going to do. Remember, we have the skewer inside here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying, because I don't want this to hit the skewer that's in there and then create a problem for us. So I'm going to try to poke a hole like a pilot hole. I feel like the skewer was a little bit forward and I poked my hole a little bit towards the back. So I think I'm gonna be okay. And of course the clay is wet, so it's wanting to stick in there. All right, so I'm gonna add a smidge of super glue on the base here. This is exciting, guys. He's coming to life. He's either gonna be super cute or not. Super cute or not. And then try to get this through my little pilot hole. Okay, I think that worked. I think that worked. His little scarecrow hands is gonna have big arms sticking out the side. Okay, cute. All right, so far, if you guys didn't know what I was making, could you guess what that was gonna be? Could you guess? Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna have to do something on the bottom. I didn't think I was gonna put feet on him, but I might have to because my pumpkin is like a pumpkin. It's not even on the bottom and it's kind of, hi Donna, how are you? It's kind of leaning forward, so I might have to put something down there. A little piece of something that he might be holding. Okay, next would be his collar before his head. We'll put the two pointy pieces in the back. All right, so I'm gonna do another pilot hole right in the middle to kind of help us. I'm gonna put a smidge of super glue, even though the foam clay is still fairly wet. I just want that extra little insurance policy. All right, we're gonna go right in where I made the pilot hole and put his little collar, his little raggedy taggedy collar. Hopefully this is gonna look like a scarecrow. Hi Julie, welcome. Making a little scarecrow with a pumpkin body. That's his collar. His arms sticking out. We gotta add hands on him yet. And then because I did use styrofoam, I feel like this is gonna work perfect to attach his head with that dowel coming up through. And again, I'm gonna add just a smidge of super glue. So once we get the head on there, it'll just help give it some extra stick. And I'm gonna make like a good little pilot hole for us and try to get it in the center. And if it comes out the top, that's why I didn't cut it off. Remember, I was hesitating whether I wanted to cut it off or not. I didn't cut it off, and it came out just a teeny bit off the top, which is not a problem because we're gonna put his hat, and that's why I didn't cut it off. Oh my gosh, you guys. I feel like he's looking like a scarecrow. I'm amazed. I'm literally amazed because I'm winging it, and I did not know. I did not know. All right, so now I'm gonna take another toothpick because that little bit of that dowel, I mean, there's only like a fraction sticking up, and it's not enough. And I want to give a little extra. Is it, ma'am? Is it cute? You're not just saying that, right? Because I've really struggled with this one. Holy cow. Holy cow. His face is so cute. His face looks like Scarecrow, I think. Yeah. Push all those pieces down. The hat. Oh my gosh, the hat. You guys. Whew. The hat. All right, and there is that styrofoam in the middle of the hat. So again, using my toothpicks in here, guys, is just gonna give that some extra grab power to stick into that toothpick. And then I'm just adding the extra super glue for just some extra insurance and hold. It is coming together. It's a miracle. I'm surprised. All right, so it's looking like an elf hat, but I think once we add the brim and the sunflower and then zhuzh it with sprinkles and glitter, see, I mean, that's looking to me very elfish, but we got the brim. We're gonna add the brim with the ends that are a little bit smaller, and then the brim, and I want it to like do that, you know, like the brim of a hat. Yeah, and I think that's gonna give him a very, it's gonna turn that hat from elf. Yep, I'm gonna do hair, but I was waiting to put the hat on to see what I had to work with. I have an idea for the hair. We'll see if it comes out, the idea in my head. Does that happen to you? Sometimes you have ideas in your head and they don't necessarily translate to the actual project. Hi, Cindy, how are you? Yeah, I think you guys, once I put the brim on, he's gonna go from elf looking to scarecrow looking. For sure. All right, and again, the clay is wet, but it's not super duper wet. So I am adding some super glue onto it to give it some extra sticking power. And I don't want to get my hands in it because, oof. I don't want to get my hands in that super glue. You guys will see, and I just did get my hands in the super glue. You guys will see, once I turn this around, that little brim gives him very much more a scarecrow-y look. I'm gonna hold it there for a few seconds, all the time. Okay, good. It's not just me then. Normally I'm very organized, and when I come on, I have a clear idea of what I want to make. I might have a sample picture drawn out in front of me, or something maybe that I printed off of Pinterest where I was inspired by an idea. But today, you guys, I just winged it. I just came on, had just an idea to make a scarecrow with a pumpkin body. And I just grabbed a bunch of my cookie cutters and things and winged it. So I'm gonna turn him around in a second and you guys tell me. I feel like he went from a weird little elf to definitely, once we added that brim on, definitely looking more like a scarecrow. What do we think? Scarecrow? And I'm gonna give him some bangs and some on the sides too. That brim, I feel like, did a world of wonder to this guy. That brim, I feel like, made him look like a scarecrow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put something in front of him because he's wanting to tip forward. So I might give him some cute floppy feet. Let's set him over here. I'll try to put my scissors something in front of him so he won't tip forward. Cute. The brim made him look scarecrowy, didn't it? Yeah, the brim made him look scarecrowy. All right, so then my idea, all these ideas, not knowing if any of it was gonna work out. Then my idea was I have this little triangle candy corn kind of cutter from See My 3D Prints. And I thought I would see if it works out. Get some yellow. To cut a triangle and then cut some chunks out of it to make the hair. Let's try it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's 4:30. My husband wanted to leave at 4:30 to go head out for Taco Tuesday. So let me just do this one last thing and then I'm gonna have to sign off. I've been on for so long and I will jump back on either later tonight when we get back or tomorrow and finish him. I didn't realize how late it was already. We've been talking. Hi, Patricia. We've been talking and having the best time, haven't we? All right. And I want to keep this chunky. I want to keep it chunky. So I'm just curious. I would be sitting there at dinner tonight at Tacos thinking the whole time if this idea I had was going to come out or not. So let's just do it quick because I know my husband's going to start circling. I don't know. He might still be on a conference call for work. I'm putting a little oil because I don't want it to stick, even though it's not a fussy shape. I just don't want it to stick. We'll put a little oil. And then my thought was to cut out the triangle shape. Pop it out. See, it stuck a little. Clean up those edges. And then I thought I would take my knife. We'll see. This is another, like, it could come out great or it could come out not so great. I thought I was gonna take my knife I don't like that knife. I thought I was gonna take my bench scraper. I'm gonna have to clean that up. And create little scarecrow hair. Oh, I like the bench scraper much better. This will be good, you guys, because I'll make 2 of these and then I'll leave them sitting to dry because the wet clay is going to be way too wet to work with to put on his head. All right, so I just want to spread them out a little and clean my edges up, my raggedy edges from where I cut it with my bench scraper. And then I'll leave it sitting while we go out to dinner. And then I'll come back on tonight and finish him later when we come home. So that was my thought process, you guys, to create the scarecrow hair. And then we'll put it up under his hat to be peeking out from his hat. But I really want to spread it apart so none of it dries touching, because I don't want the pieces to be touching Once it forms the little skin on the clay, we'll be good to go. We'll be good to glue it up under his hat on the side of his face and not have to worry about the little pieces touching each other. But I think that's gonna be good for his hair. See, every time I pick it up, the pieces go back and touch each other. I think that's gonna be perfect, you guys. I'm excited now. I'm excited. Because like 15 minutes ago, I was a little nervous because he wasn't looking very scarecrowy. And now he is. But we're gonna have to let our little scarecrow hair dry, and I'll come back on hopefully this evening when we get back, and we'll add the hair, we'll do the flower, and we'll do the hands, okay? So that shouldn't take very long at all. That shouldn't take very long at all. We'll finish him up. He's gonna be adorable, and I think I'm gonna love him. I think I will love him after all. Okay. And I might want to try to add some, with this yellow, some little pieces coming out where his arms are going to be. For little straw coming out his arms. Ideas are popping in my head now, you guys. My creative juices are finally flowing. It took a while, but... All right, I'm going to try to do this one like we did that one. So they're kind of similar-ish. I kind of cut that one first. And then I went over here and cut this one that away. And then I went in the middle, smaller, and cut that one. And then cut that one. Oh, see, you guys, after you do it, after you do something once, it's so much easier to duplicate and do again. See, I've just been free designing today, and it was coming a little bit hard for me at first, but that's gonna make adorable little scarecrow hair that we will tuck up under the brim of his hat on either side. And then you see that, I'm gonna give him some bangs. We'll give him just a couple little bangs, like pinking out there, and then these guys on either side. We'll add a flower right here. We'll add his little hands and maybe some little straw sticking out his hands. And then I'm probably gonna have to do like little shoe type feet sticking out. Oh, and the crow on his shoulder, the crow on his shoulder. So we do have a couple of more goodies to do to this guy before he's done. But I think he's coming out adorable, guys. All right, thank you everyone that hung in there with me. It's been a process, but I think the hair is gonna be adorable. So cute and chunky, chunky cute. And we'll finish him, I'll try to hop back on tonight. So watch for me. I can't tell you a time because we're going to dinner and we're gonna grab some groceries. So it will probably most likely be around 7 Eastern-ish. But thanks for sharing the afternoon with me, guys. And if something happens and I can't hop back on tonight, I will hop on tomorrow and finish him. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I hope you love him so far. And look for me to hop back on and we'll finish him together, okay? See you soon. Bye.